Well, President Biden hit a nerve with his party in his State of the Union address last week when he called Laken Riley's accused murderer an illegal. Left-wing pundits on mainstream media went haywire. Check out this snippet of a compilation put together by the Media Research Center.
He used the word illegal.
He used the word illegal.
He used the word illegals to describe people.
He did use a word that did bother people. Immigration advocates don't want to hear him use the word illegal.
Do you regret using the word illegal to describe immigrants last night, sir?
I kind of jumped as well when I heard that word.
We normally don't use that word because people are not illegal.
To be clear, no human being is illegal.
Congressman Chuy Garcia saying he was extremely disappointed to hear the president use that word illegal.
Joaquin Castro has said this using that word and illegal, dehumanizing is problematic. What did you make of that?
That's probably true. He probably should have used a different word.
Like Joe Biden's ad libs in the past, this one kind of got him in some trouble, particularly with Democrats who don't use the word illegal, call undocumented workers.
Over the weekend, Biden went on MSNBC and said he, quote, shouldn't have used the word illegal. It's undocumented. Many interpreted that as an apology. And just when we thought this was over, the White House kept it in the headlines, saying this yesterday, Monday. Listen.
First of all, I want to be really clear about something. The president absolutely did not apologize. There was no apology anywhere in that conversation. He did not apologize. He used a different word.
For more on this, let's bring in Bill D'Agostino, Senior Research Analyst for MRC Newsbusters. Bill, good to have you. Thanks for joining us. Great compilation. That was a great compilation you put together. Who knew that the blowback from using an accurate word would be that pervasive?
Yeah, it's almost beyond parody at this point, right? Of course, the violent murder of Laken Riley is not the thing that upsets them. It's the fact that Biden accurately described his immigration status. The whole deal with the line illegal alien or illegal immigrant or whatever has gone back. It goes back to, I think, 2013, I believe, when the AP Style Guide first changed their regulation or their ruling and said, you're no longer allowed to use that term. We don't sanction that anymore. And recently, actually, they've kind of started shying away from undocumented as well. And so now if you ever hear somebody in the media say asylum seeker, there's not really a legal term for asylum seeker. What it just means is undocumented or illegal alien.
Oh, it's a newcomer now. The new word is newcomer.
Right, it's newcomer now.
But the official word is still illegal alien, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Although you'd be surprised. Border CBP is not allowed to actually use the term illegal alien in any document except for legal documents because it's still a legal term, right?
Okay.
But under the Biden administration, you're not allowed to use it in any other context.
Okay. So while the administration continues to address that, the Laken Riley Act, which recently passed in the House, aims to require ICE to detain illegal immigrants for committing crimes so they don't get released, as we've seen happen numerous times. However, it remains stalled in the Senate now. It's stalled. Why do you think the lack of progress on this issue doesn't seem to be getting much attention, but calling an illegal immigrant suspected of murder an illegal is getting all this blowback?
Well, because the left kind of likes all of this, right? The corporate media don't want to be stumping for a bill that they fundamentally don't support, and that Democrats, to be honest, feel like their arm is being twisted to support this, right? I mean, it was a smart play by Republicans to name it the Laken Riley Act because nobody wants to be caught voting against that, and so instead they're just going to stall it. In general, though, the idea of proposing legislation to solve what the executive branch could already be solving, a crisis of its own making, is kind of a testament to this little messaging battle that the left has won, right? The media and Democrats have kind of changed the conversation from border security, which is the purview of the executive branch, to immigration law, which is the purview of the legislative branch. But I mean, we have a presidency here that has so far flown in 300,000 non-Americans into this country, right? I mean, you could just not do that, right? Yeah. You could just enforce the border. You don't need legislation for that.
No. And speaking of that joint base Andrews on Monday, Biden seemed uninterested in taking executive action. Speaking of which, executive action on the border after he was reportedly considering taking executive action on the border. Now he says Congress needs to fix the crisis. No idea why the flip-flop here, but it does send a message to the world about this administration's priorities.
Yeah, it does. I mean, what it says to the world is send us all of your most hardened criminals that you don't want to support and deal with in your own prisons. Just send them here. We'll take them in. Right? It's basically saying we are open to the world. It's like the poem on the bottom of the Statue of Liberty has just been broadcast out into space, and literally everybody can see it in the sky, and you're just bring everyone.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to common sense. We're still searching for it. Good work out there. Any latest for Newsbusters? What are you guys working on?
Yeah, we've got, I think, an upcoming piece about the latest revelations with her, and kind of looking at the way the media have framed her's report versus what's actually in the report. Because now that we have access to a lot more of this with his testimony, it turns out that a lot of the things that we've been hearing about the report from the corporate media, at least, have been completely wrong.
All right. Well, keep me posted on that one. Bill D'Agostino, Senior Research Analyst for MRC Newsbusters. Thanks for your time today. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Of course.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.